I remember you said that you told your daughter that you were going on tour
Uh-huh.
when you got sentenced.
No, so that was basically a charge that I ended up getting later on. So back in,
Okay.
so all the stuff that happened that I just talked about was before she was born.
Okay.
So when I ended up going to prison, I was able to beat my Fed case um, based off not being able. Basically the prosecutor couldn't prove that I knew that there was X pills in a shampoo bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how would he have known? Like when you get charged for possession, the penal code for it is that you knowingly and willingly had possession of the item. So my lawyer fought to say, how can y'all prove to him that he knew in a sealed shampoo bottle that there was going to be ecstasy pills? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I was able to beat it with that shit.
Yeah.
When I beat that, I ended up having to go back on my attempted murder charge and the organized crime case. I fought that, ended up getting the attempted murder dropped down to deadly conduct with discharge of a firearm, and the organized crime became theft for $200,000, and I ended up getting 3 years in prison for that. So I went to prison.
Yeah.
So then when I got out, is when I got out in 2003, and then I actually started doing music, and I was doing music for a little bit, and gained a lot of notoriety on MySpace. I blew up there, and that's when I had my daughter. So when I caught the case for my daughter, when I told my daughter I was on tour, was back in 2010. I had a couple grow houses out here. We were growing weed in Houston, and we got set up. My cousin snitched on me and set me up, and I ended up having to fight it, and ended up getting like 1 year state jail, and worked out with the DA to where I'd get the 2-for-1 to do 6 months. That's when I told my daughter I was going on tour, doing music in China.
Wow. How'd your cousin set you up?
Basically, he caught a Fed case. He was doing the house flipping shit back in the day when that shit was popular. And he got caught up, and he was only facing 15 months, bro, but he wasn't that type of dude. So he basically tried to take everybody down with him, literally. Like, I wasn't even doing nothing with him, you know what I'm saying? But he had told them, like, I was connected with the cartel, I was doing this and doing that, like hyping the shit up, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I got set up, because he had put me together with his friend that was a master electrician, and I paid him to redo the electricity in all my houses to make them like strong enough for, growing machines and shit like that, and growing lights.
So when are you like, you know what? Well, wait, but before we even get to the next one, what are y'all relationship like now, you and your cousin?
We don't talk to each other. He's basically my cousin by marriage, but he got kids with my cousin. And the crazy thing is the cousin he's married to is like my sister.
Okay.
And when the shit first went down, I ain't gonna lie to you, I couldn't believe it. I remember when I first got busted and I bonded out, my pops got on the phone, was like, yo, I bet you he snitched on you. I know it. And I even checked my dad. I was like, dog, don't ever do that, because my relationship with him was really tight back then. You know what I'm saying? And I found out through the paperwork later on when I got sentenced. And, at first I wanted to do some. My dad even wanted to do some. But, after I did my time and I got out, I was like, you know what? That's the father of my nephews and they my blood. So, I just told him straight up, like, you know what? Like, we just you don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, I see you around us, whatever, but I'm not fucking with you. You don't fuck with me. Like, live your life, do what you got to do. But, I don't, we don't know each other.